What is up everybody, I'm DragX and I'm here to help you. Today we're going to be talking about different levels of audio. Not everybody out there can afford a professional microphone, so what we're looking to achieve today is to help you get that sound from a basic microphone. Or if you do already have a professional microphone, this is ways that you can fine-tune that into becoming something which sounds more professional and more podcasty. As well, we're going to go over a couple of other ideas in which you can make your microphone sound better for your stream experience. By the way guys, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday evening time UK on my Twitch, which you'll see down here. Okay, so the most important thing about having a microphone is to learn correct microphone placement. And I know that sounds really basic, but just hear me out on this. You need to learn about your microphone. For example, where would you say your microphone's capsule is? Exactly. The capsule is the piece inside the microphone which picks up all of your sound, so a lot of people tend to talk into the wrong area for this. Usually your capsule faces the same way as the brand on your microphone, so just remember that when looking for it. You can also hold it up to the light in some microphones to be able to see through to see where it is. You want to be aiming it directly into the front. A lot of people tend to talk into the tops of their microphone, and that's bad unless you have a shotgun mic. Okay, so this only applies to people that have external microphones that aren't part of their headsets. You want to make sure that you have a clear path for your microphone. And please, for the love of God, take it away from your mouth. This is a problem I see with a lot of streamers. They have it right up close to their mouth. Number one, that is obstructing your face, which means that nobody's going to be able to see you. So what's the point in having a webcam? And also that leaves you open then for plosives. Plosives are the P's that pick up through the microphone, even sometimes with a pop filter, you know, Peter, pick up, pepper, 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 I can't even say it. You need to leave a certain amount of space so that the air can dissipate before it hits your microphone. Another problem that a lot of people face with this is you're going to want that microphone to only pick up your voice in front of it. Obviously you're facing the logo on the microphone, so you're going to want nothing else to be picked up from behind that. So you want to set your microphone onto cardioid, which is the one that looks kind of a bit like a love heart or a Pac-Man or a pizza with a slice missing. That one. Are you noticing it sounds better already? Most external microphones also have a gain dial on them. Try to keep that gain dial as low as possible, because that's where you start to get kind of the feedbacky, electric-y sounds. You don't want that. You want to turn it as low as possible, and then externally on your computer is where you get to turn it up. Okay, so now we're going to move on to audio ducking, which is also known as sidechaining and sidechain compression. Audio ducking is a way that you get to play music on your stream, and when you speak, it doesn't overpower you and actually lowers itself so that you can speak openly. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you this on Streamlabs OBS. What you do is you go down to the desktop audio, which is here, and you click on add filters, and then you want to add a compressor, which you can add from here. Go down and find compressor. Okay. Then what you do then is you can play with these settings to make sure that it lines up for what you need. So the ratio is how much the audio gets reduced by. So just remember this, the higher it is how much it's going to be reduced when you speak. Obviously you don't want that too low, you just want it to dip a little bit so then it doesn't mess too much with your stream and the music doesn't keep pausing. Threshold. Threshold is a level your mic hits for ducking to occur. So this is the decibels that you're going to be hitting on and reaching your voice to for that to be able to actually start ducking so that it doesn't duck over little noises. Say for instance you drop something on the floor, you don't really want your audio ducking down to dead silence. So there's that too. Attack is how hard it hits. So this is how hard that the audio ducking comes on. So you want to be careful with this one and have a play around with it. The release is how hard it fades off at the end. So for instance, when you finish speaking, do you want the music to come straight back up or do you want it to be a gradual build? Play with this and see what you like. Output gain. I would leave this as much as possible. I've turned mine up because I do turn the gain down on my microphone. It's up to you guys how you want to play with it. You can monitor it, which we'll get onto in a sec. But also make sure that the sidechain / ducking source is down as the mic / aux, or whichever microphone you're using if you've got it named. Okay, so now we're going to look at noise gate. So once again, you come down to your filters here. You go onto filters, edit filters, and then you're going to want to go onto noise gate. When it loads up, it's going to have the default settings. They're not too bad themselves, but if you want to change that up yourself, then here's how we're going to do it. Just remember before we start, every single room is different, so you might want to play with this yourself, maybe put your microphone on a monitor or record yourself just to kind of see how it sounds before you get started. So as you can see here, we have the little eyes which are on show, which are aligned with a lot of the Adobe products. This is when it is on and when it is off. So remember to keep them on, and if you want to turn it off, you just put the line through it, okay? So onto your close threshold. Close threshold is a sound below a certain decibel does not get picked up. I have it this way because of my environment. It may be slightly different for you, but it's worth checking out and seeing when that microphone opens up. For instance, if you hit your keys too hard, you don't want that to get picked up, but then when you start speaking, you want it to automatically be picked up. So just remember the difference in the decibels as to what you actually need. The open threshold is how many decibels you have to speak in order for that to be picked up. Once again, mine may look a bit off to you guys at the moment, but that's because I also use external software. But this is how I have it set. The attack time, hold time, and release, as we said earlier, exactly the same as the other one. The attack is how long it takes to actually pick it up, the hold time is how long it'll stay on for afterwards, and the release time is how much before it fades off. You need to play around with this. You can either record or monitor the sound. I do suggest recording it first to kind of see where you start from, but in order to monitor your sound, you open up this little box here, which is the advanced audio settings. Go onto your microphone, and you can turn the monitor on, so that you're actually able to hear yourself speak as you're going. It's hard to actually hear yourself, so I suggest doing claps to see if it gets picked up. Coughs. If you vape, it's always good to find out if that gets picked up because nobody wants to hear that. But then speak into the microphone, say a sentence, write it down, and then keep repeating. I usually just say hello 1 2, hello 1 2, and that tends to work for me. Depends what it works for you. Okay, now that you've got that done, we're also going to look at external softwares. So there's a software out there called VoiceMod. VoiceMod is a free software that you're able to download from just about anywhere. Free version also allows you to use the clean filter. And what the clean filter does is it deters all background noise and low-end feedback from your microphone. Another cool thing that you can do with VoiceMod is you can actually change it so that you can have different voices on your streams, and obviously low octave. You can change the actual in and out compression on that too and make everything sound a lot cleaner. So what I tend to do is do it through VoiceMod and then put it through OBS. You can also set up soundboard on there too, which makes your chat more interactive and obviously gives you something that you're able to press on the in-between. So when you set this up, this is going to stop you being able to hear things like fans, home, ambience, traffic outside, your dog, although mine is terrible for making noise. No more. All gone. If you want to amplify the noise gate as well, you can also add noise suppression, so you can really focus in on your audio. There's also the compressor filter, which if you are a loud hype streamer, which I can be at times, and I know a lot of people do play horror games and scream, you can limit the maximum output from your microphone so that if you scream, it's the same as when you're talking, except obviously people can hear you screaming. It just stops the audience from hearing crazy amounts of noise and tuning out your stream. There's also some awesome software out there as well, which is free. If you've got an RTX card, you can actually use the RTX on the NVIDIA broadcast, the audio filters on that too. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you as always, guys. If you've got any other ideas on videos, then please put them below. I'll also put a link to the Discord down there just in case you have any questions you'd like to ask. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I've been Dregex, and I'll see you when you're live.